Hello, everyone. Welcome to the official Global Ghost Hunt Live event, worldwide event. We have Ghoul Gang is here with us. They are over in London at the Jack the Ripper Museum. Hi there. Hi, friends. We've also got Paranormal Consultant and the Wicca Queen. They're over here. Hello. Say hello to everyone.
What's up, everybody?
And tell us again your... Oh. Good evening. Rootless Destinations is here in the chat. And we've also got my friend Marie here helping us to tune in and boost the energy signals. We are waiting for Glenda to pop in. But we're going to start off with the Ghoul Gang over at the Jack the Ripper Museum in London and let you guys let us know what room you're in. And we'll go ahead and follow what everyone's doing in their investigations.
Thank you. Okay, so welcome everybody. As you know, we are in Jack the Ripper Museum in the middle of Whitechapel in London. So the room that we're starting off in, so we have been here since 7 p.m. UK time, and we haven't done this room yet. The levels, we've got 5 levels, and what we've done so far on each level has been amazing. So we thought, fresh start, let's go for it. So this room is designed to look like a sitting room, what they believe the suspect would look like, would have lived in. So I'll literally just give you a quick little scout around of what it looks like. So we've got a nice fireplace over here. We've got like some bottles over there. We've got Dave over there. So we have also got little cat balls set up everywhere. There we go. Just make sure it's all okay. So let's kick it off, guys. So Dave, do you want to start with the singing bowl? Just so we can get some. Yep. Sing it.
Stay with us now. If you can hear my voice, if you're in this house, you are more than welcome to join us. We invite you to join us. We mean no harm, no disrespect. We're just here to communicate with you. We want to know why you're here. We want to know your story. We are friendly.
Yes. So we have got, as you'll see, the little flashing famous cat balls. We have those about. I've just moved one next to the sofa, or next to Mum, because I have just seen a gentleman sat next to you. I don't know if anyone else has seen that. If anyone sees that, you know what to do. Comment it, as Hayley said, comment it. Let everybody know. And we've got the Gansfield, we've got dowsing rods, we've got K2 meters set up around. And here. We also have a spirit talker on, and it says the bad lady is here. Do you want to move that closer so people can hear?
Yeah, if you want to, yeah.
We're going to move the phone closer to this over here, so you guys can hopefully hear what's coming through the spirit talker.
Yeah, we can actually. So thank you.
Yeah, no worries. So,
do we know anything about the bad lady?
We're just going to ask some questions about, So, the bad lady. Who are you? K2 behind Jamie's going off. I'm not sure you're going to be able to see that.
I don't think so.
Oh, you okay? So, the bad lady. Who are you?
You're not thinking of the other cemetery?
What's your name? You're more than welcome to talk to us. We've got various equipment around. As you've seen this evening throughout this house, the equipment do not harm you.
What makes you a bad lady?
We're not nasty.
But you called yourself bad lady. Now you're saying you're not nasty. We believe you're not nasty, but if you're not nasty, what are you?
No, she did say the bad lady.
Look. Okay, so who is the bad lady?
Yeah.
Who is the bad lady?
That K2 hit right behind you.
So my phone, which is all the way over here, is the only phone that's Will is there as well, but she's got another K2 next to her, and that's not going off. That's it.
Argument.
Is that argument?
But Jamie asked why the lady's bad.
Bad, yeah.
Maybe she's asking it.
That doesn't make it bad.
No, or she's had an argument.
Did the bad lady do something bad after having an argument? Oh, we don't want to get here. We want some answers.
You've been giving it to us all evening.
Yeah. The bad lady can come and sit next to me. Yeah, it's one so bad.
Jeez. Go out.
You're around me, aren't you?
I might move, but I'll be back the way.
That cat
That was me.
There's a club moving.
Why are you really?
Care of this?
I feel your energy, yes. I'm really warm.
The bad lady kind of phrase.
At the moment, I'm not absolutely boiling. If I start to go like that, then yeah, maybe. But at the moment, I would say bad is just an interpretation.
Like them.
That's it. Now you calm down. That's sort of energy. Yeah, I don't think you're bad at all. I think it's just because you had this argument. That's the impression people got. Is that right?
So the K2 spiking off over there. So when the K2 spiking off, we do take that as their yes answer.
I think we're asking yes,
Yes.
no questions. Yeah, okay. You can say that the K2 is near this electric light, but that isn't going on off constantly enough to be affected by that. Too far away. This is the energy of this lady. There's nothing else on this desk that could be setting it off. So
Kenny
Bye,
is
mate.
getting a sense of a middle-aged woman. This between the fellas. Kenny says, "Oop."
Middle-aged woman.
okay,
Thank you.
we get any sort of time frame for her?
Glenda gets the same sense that there's a female between the two of you.
Okay. Yeah.
We did have a female between Wiz and Emma upstairs in the attic. We have got a photo, so I will share that with you guys later.
It's a very good photo.
It's a very good photo, and she is a middle-aged woman of what we captured.
So yeah, she's definitely relevant to this house. Obviously, we're in the Jack the Ripper Museum, so we're looking at things from 1888. But however, the house is still from the same time frame, but was lived in a lot more recently as well. So we expected and have been picking up different layers of energy, so different time frames. So it's kind of like that juggling that, trying to work out which time frame each spirit is actually from.
And we've had multiple.
But yeah, we've had quite a few.
Yeah.
So,
Battery.
But you don't know if that's battery as in energy battery or battery as in battery vibe.
What do you mean by battery? Do you mean violence? Do you mean battery as an energy battery?
definitely.
Is one of our batteries about to run out?
Person.
So if I'm sat here, Dave stood there, we put our hands out there, where you're saying this female is, it's definitely changing in energy there. Actually quite, or my arm feels quite like there's a breeze on it, which when I'm back here there isn't. But definitely changing out in atmosphere.
So Dave, I'm going to pop you on the gang field. That's all right. So I'm just going to pop Dave on the gang field quickly.
So, as I'm holding this K2 in this gap where the spirit is, we've got nothing. There's zero movement on it, which is really frustrating.
So we've just put his Dave onto the gas field. Rosie's just given him a pen and paper, so if he feels he wants to shout out, he can shout, or he can write something down.
So just to disprove that this K2 is not being affected by this light, I'm literally holding the painting right next to it, but we've got no change in colour whatsoever. Whereas when I go back to here, it is literally just on photo frame with no electricity near it.
So the spirits that are within this room and all of the artifacts that we have in this room, we have Dave. He is on an experiment called the Gansfield. Also, Estes method as well. So he is blindfolded in a way. He's got these funny goggles on that disfigure the images around him. And he's got the headphones on so he can only hear you and slightly see you. He's also got a pen and paper in his hand. So we're going to ask you some questions.
He can't hear you.
He can't hear us.
No, I'm making no reaction
He's
whatsoever.
making no reaction whilst I'm talking. So we're going to ask you some questions, okay, like we have been. All right. Don't be scared. Okay.
Rosie, we're getting some feelings of another woman that might be to the left of him on the floor there.
Okay. Yeah. So could that be between me and him? So my hand's here. That's his
Yep.
left.
Yep,
Okay.
that's where they're getting someone.
So good evening. Hello. Welcome. Welcome to our circle. So you can see Dave sat on the floor. Tell me your name. He will shout it out or he can write it down. You're stood between us, so we've got a couple of people that are able to pick up on energy.
Still got going downstairs here as well.
So
There's one here,
So that's the middle-aged.
So that's the
lady,
middle-aged.
one, and then we've got
another lady in between me and Dave.
which would probably be a younger
Yeah.
one.
Who's the middle-aged lady? What's your name? We would like to call you by your name. So I'm Rosie.
I'm Emma. I'm Elizabeth.
Okay.
And there's Dave.
And there's Dave sat on the floor.
You know our names now. So we'd like to know your name.
She will harm you. She will harm you.
Which one?
Which one is going to harm us? Which one means us harm?
We know there are two ladies here in this room.
Tell Dave, or the word generator that's on the table that you were talking to. Who means us harm?
I'm going to say that's fine if you mean us harm. We're not actually frightened of you. We certainly don't mean you any harm. We're here out of complete and respect for you. If you mean us harm, that's fine. But just tell us who and why. Yeah, it's fine.
He's here writing a few bits down, so I'm just going to go and see.
Yeah.
Oh. I'll go.
So he's currently written 2 and 1.
Okay.
There. Is there one over here? No, so there's one there and one here.
Two.
So yeah, so the people that are with Hayley, and we've got Glenda there, and we've got Murray there. They've picked up on the 2 ladies that's in this room. One's between Jamie and Dave, the elderly lady, the middle-aged one. And there's another lady between me and Dave, that's possibly younger, which is
There's
possibly
Black Widow. There's a Black Widow in there.
So he's written the name Johnston.
Johnston, that sounds like a surname to me.
Are you Mrs. Johnston?
That's a new name tonight.
It's a new name for
Yeah, we have that out. Did you live in this house, Mrs. Johnston? Was this where you and your family lived?
I'm gonna jump over and check on Matt just for a second here, y'all.
Yeah, absolutely.
Matt, how you doing?
What's
you
up,
hear us?
everybody? Yep, I can hear you. Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, we're hearing you. How we doing?
Oh, not too bad. And those watching, welcome to St. Mary's Cemetery in middle of nowhere, Pennsylvania. This is one of our training sites, our training cemeteries. Bring all new investigators here to just kind of hang out, get used to the environment. Spirits you hear are usually pretty active. A lot of shadow figures. Every once in a while,
Let's
just
go
light.
into this.
Ooh, sorry. Go ahead.
But yeah, so we actually were just checking because we actually found about, what would you say, Wicca Queen about 3 years ago, 4 years ago. We found 2 Wiccan altars.
We're here in St. Mary's.
In St. Mary's, yes. Like this is surrounded by woods. This is up in the mountains, like I said. What's really interesting.
It's in between.
Yeah, it's kind of in a valley. And what's interesting about that is both the altars align perfectly with the arms of the cross that's up above here that we'll head up to show you. But we can't really get back to it right now. It's all overgrown. We were going to show you guys. But we'll head up to the cross and see if we can see anything. Wicca Queen's already seen a couple of shadows run by. I've seen a couple of little things, but we haven't been up here for a minute, so I think the spirits are kind of mad at us.
Oh, well, that's all right. We'll tune in and send some good hi, hello, playful vibes. We're going to try to check in on Brian John too and see while you guys head up there.
Alrighty.
Brian John, hello, how you doing? Getting ready?
You
we'll
touch
give-
it.
Some historical thing or
We'll
something.
just check in with
Paranormal.
Rosie
No, just
and Emma. We did have some comments in the chat that Too Cool for Bands. She says they have a grandmother, Mrs. Johnson, who just passed away. So possibly maybe you have a visitor from someone in the comments popping in.
Okay. Okay.
What we're here for.
Yeah, that's what we're here for. Yeah. Explosion. If you would like us to ask a question for yourselves, we're more than happy to.
Follow that.
Are you able to give us your... Who was screaming? I don't hear anything. I just heard screaming. Like on the steps.
Is Dave writing something as well?
No.
Oh, no.
Was it not?
Mrs. Johnson, can you tell us your first name?
I can hear the spirit box talking. Mrs. Johnson, are you able to tell us your first name? Your surname's beautiful. Was that you, Bang? Evil. I heard a bang from your area. Kindness.
We'll
take that. We'll take the kindness. Definitely take the kindness.
There was definitely a bang.
Yeah, we did do a bang.
I don't hear anything.
No. I can see you. Yeah. Mrs. Johnston, do you know somebody that is watching that can see you right now?
a message that you want to pass on.
It is.
It stops. No. Still going.
Goes up the orange bit now.
But it's not, it's not the light that's doing
It's doing it.
it.
Yeah.
Just prove that.
So the younger lady that's here, or I assume you're a younger lady, what should we call you? We don't want to call you spirits, because you are once a living person. We're here to help your memories live on, help you move on if you need. I keep hearing it bang from behind you.
Yeah.
I'm agitated. So you're agitated. Okay, I'm just going to turn the camera around to where Wiz is. She has got her phone because she's watching the comments for us as well. So just going to turn that around to Wiz quickly because we're hearing banging over here. But Wiz is sat still because I'm facing her.
Kenny's thinking he's getting a woman Martha.
Martha.
That's interesting.
That's very interesting. Thank you.
And very relevant.
Any more to that?
Any more to the name Martha?
Glenda was also getting Martha.
So we also had Martha today.
Jealousy.
But obviously we know what else it's led to, so we want to know if maybe you guys can pick up on it. Jealousy.
Sarah.
Who's Sarah? Is that the other lady that's with us?
What was that?
That's Dave.
Right. Go. I can link Martha and jealousy.
Yes.
Okay. I am just going to move a cat ball in front of Wiz.
Yeah.
What's good, Dave? Because I'm hearing banging noises around her.
And James is correct. He's just actually said that you can link the name Martha with the jealousy that's just come out of the spirit tracker.
cold one. What's that?
They right.
Oh, okay.
Big hammer noise.
He's put happy spouse.
That's not,
He's put happy spouse.
Are you a happy spouse?
Yeah.
I'll say no.
you should get it on it.
Oh, yeah.
No, I am.
You're
You okay?
Is it like all sick again? Keep getting so throughout this evening. Skeletons. It's facing a skeleton. There is a skull. I keep getting this ball of sick feeling, and multiple of us have had that this evening. And it keeps on happening. Weird. So the banging noise in Elizabeth, aka Wiz, where she sat, there's a banging noise going on. But Wiz is sat still. Obviously, she's just turning her head looking around, but her feet are still. Martha, is that you? Are you making noises for us?
Make those noises louder for us, please, so everyone at home can hear.
Glenda's getting a bit pulled to the jar on the fireplace. That white jar. Behind Wiz.
Someone's put white skull. There's what? Sorry, but someone in the comments put forward to the skull glen. Right. And then these white
That
jars.
white jar behind you. Yeah.
Well, I think that might be some sort of urn.
Yeah.
We're
Is
gonna check
anybody
in.
Yeah.
connected with the white jars that are on the mantelpiece on the fireplace? What does that sign say? 60 floor. You are adventurous.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, we are adventurous.
Yeah, that's it. You know what that is? You know what's back there? Toronto Zoo. Yeah.
Sorry, we'll mute.
Sorry,
Brian
what's that,
John.
Brian?
Hold on. We're just we can check in on Brian. Brian John. Brian John.
Yeah, you can bring me in.
Where are you at?
You can bring me in. Okay, guys.
There he
So
is. Brian John.
can you hear me?
Yep, we got you.
Okay. So we had a little bit of an issue. The abandoned church is getting ready to be torn down.
No.
So they have it all boarded up, which is unfortunate. So what we're doing the Hillside Church, and we're going to do Bailey's Bridge tonight. So I'm heading there now to the Hillside Church, not realizing it was this far of a walk. And yeah, I think we're almost there. So sorry about no abandoned church tonight, but you know, I got there and it was all boarded up and we couldn't get in. So
Wow, that's Brian John.
we're here.
You are not
Figured we'd come here.
safe.
And problem is I don't remember it being this far. So how's the investigations going?
We're good. I'm just gonna we can switch back over. We've got
Switch back over.
yeah.
When we get there.
Be safe there, Brian John.
Yeah.
And,
Is there any way we can?
An Irishman, but I can't hear him.
Irishman.
I can't hear him.
The David getting Irishman.
You guys good?
We're good, Brian John.
So you've just said you are not safe. Who's not safe? Tell us who is not safe. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Do we move on?
Just one more question.
Yeah.
I said it's connected with an Irish man,
Okay.
but he's not able to understand it. So the Irish gentleman is connecting with Dave, is talking to Dave. Can you make what you want to say a little bit clearer, please? Just so Dave can understand it. Thank you, thank you. It always helps. The two ladies yeah. Have you got more that you'd like to say to us? We'd like to know more about you. You have to move to somewhere else in a few moments, so there is anything else that you want to say to us, please do it now.
I didn't realize it was this far.
Sorry, and Glenda said she saw a shadow down the hall.
Okay.
That we've been seeing all night long.
Yeah, we've been seeing that all night. That's yeah.
Are you getting shadow figures?
Yeah, we're getting full shadows there. It's the black in the light out. We get shapes. We get everything. We have been asking them to come into the room. Those ones have been a little bit resistant, but they're definitely. We've had footsteps on the stairs as well, and Bubba.
Yeah, the talking actor said, "Who are you?" They looked at us. So I
Rose.
think
Sorry, Rosie. Vicky's getting a male that might have died there.
okay, yeah, that's very interesting.
Glenda's saying someone wrong place, someone who was, I think it was someone wrong place, wrong time.
Okay. I think they might have just asked, "Who are you?" So if you could just quickly introduce yourselves just to the spirits here. They're just
Hello,
asking, "Who are you?"
I'm Haley. We have Glenda and Murray here also. And we've also got Brian John. And we've got Matt and Mackenzie and a couple other folks over here with the other teams. And we've got friends in the comments also who are joining us. So we are welcoming everyone's energy to communicate with us as well. If you're able to notice us or tune into our energies.
I'm just going to go and pop a cat ball out in the hallway.
Okay.
Pretty much. Yeah, it's not bad.
That's good.
Going across.
Just put the cat put away.
Hey, friend. So the talking actor just said, "I'm a friend." So I think I can take that as the man on the stairs that you're seeing. I think he's classing us all as friends. So thank you to the gentleman. Could we kindly ask what your name is, please? What should we call you? I have popped a little flashing ball in the doorway, and I promise you that means you no harm. It just flashes different colours for you. So if you want to touch it or roll it across the floor, or just work. Did anyone hear that? So we've just heard a growl behind us. Some cactus.
But we'd have the cat in there,
Yeah.
not this room, this building. We saw the cat.
It sounds like a cactus. A bit more than a growl. There's a little cat here. You're more than welcome to play with those little balls. They are actually cat balls for you to play with. Is your name Ryan? I'm talking to an Irish person. So Dave's talking to an Irishman. Ryan is Irish. Irish name. Are you the Irishman, Ryan, who's talking to Dave?
Chat.
Okay.
Okay. I'm muted. Can you
Is
mute?
that is you, Ryan? Would you mind?
No, Brian John, we hear you. We can,
Oh.
sorry, we'll just check in with Brian John right quick because I
Yeah.
think he might be set up. Hey, Brian John.
Hey, so right now we are at the Hillside Church and we're in the cemetery. Now I will let you know this place. This place is known to catch apparitions, like full body apparitions. So when I was here last, I actually captured a full body apparition in the back over here, going back along the fence. But a friend of mine who was out here filming with somebody else, they captured the full body apparition right there going around the corner in the church. So there is definitely activity here and a lot of it. So we're gonna do an SB7, see what we can capture. This is my buddy John. John,
Hello.
if you're looking to buy a house, this is the guy you're going to go to. If you live in Canada.
If you live in Canada, Ontario, New York.
Yeah. So, but after that, we figured we'd come up here first, only because the traffic is a little bit busy. So in about an hour's time, it will slow down, and then we'll go down to the haunted bridge, the Bailey's Bridge. So I am going to have to think of another place to go to on Tuesday, because that's when I was supposed to go to Hillside, and yeah, I was supposed to come here. Okay, so can you bring the SB7 over here? Yeah. So we're going to do an SB7 method, right, or SB7. And
Power supply before you pull it.
oh yeah. Here, I'll put it in your pocket. Very good. Okay, perfect. There we go. Okay. So now I've done an SB7 on this bench before, and I've captured quite a bit.
Mike, turn the flash that way more because I'm getting a lot of glare.
Oh, look, it's already sucking the batteries.
Oh, really, eh?
Wow. That was full. It's already sucking the batteries. Not very loud, is it?
No, we went into that last time too, remember?
What's the,
No, let me come to this side.
Hey, how are you? I just heard hey. Hey, my name is Brian John. This is my friend John. Mike?
Yeah, back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mike, we came here to talk to you. Do you want to talk to us? In a minute.
No.
Did you say no? He said no. I guess he's not going to answer this anymore.
Brian John,
Would you like to
Glenda's
speak to
getting
us, please?
someone. Glenda's getting someone who's very sad, she said.
That was them.
What's that?
That was her talking.
So I introduced myself. Can you tell me your name, please? What's your name? The last time I was here, I captured an apparition walking back here. Was that you? No. I wish I should have brought my microphone. I got my microphone. It's in the car. No, that wasn't you. So what is your name? That was something. What did you say? What is your name?
Glenda's getting a
Did I
Ralph.
hear Philip? Is your name Philip?
Brian John.
Yeah. What's that?
Glenda was getting a Ralph. Can you ask
A
about
Ralph?
a Ralph?
Okay.
Mhm.
Ralph, okay.
Ralph? That's possible.
Absolutely.
Is your name Ralph? We had some people watching, and they'd like to talk to you as well. Is your name Ralph? I think I heard it is at the beginning of that. Can you tell? I'm going to ask you again. Is your name Ralph? That was scared. Is your name Ralph? That sounded like a woman's voice. Can you say your name, please?
Move it over a bit. Just move everything to the edge. Let's see if they mind me sitting here. You don't mind if I have a seat on the bench here, do you? No, good. Either way, I'm going to take that as a positive. So again, is your name Ralph? Are we even close with your name being Ralph? You don't mind that my other friend Mike's around investigating and looking at the headstones, do you? No. No. So
So are we wasting our time? Should we go? Should we leave this cemetery?
Oh, yeah.
That's right. So obviously this was not the plan tonight. I'm very disappointed that the church is shut down. It looks like it's shut down, but it looks like they're selling the property because there was a number on the
wow.
property, like a big sign saying that it was for sale.
So what they're probably doing is going to redevelop it for commercial, and that's what.
Well,
This is what I don't get though. It's a landmark. It's a historical landmark.
Is it actual historical though?
Yes.
It's registered historical.
Yes.
Really? Eh?
So did they spend that? Did they give them that much money that they were able to buy the land? But the land's for sale because there's a big sign on the land. We should find out how much they're selling it for.
Level of historical, and have they deemed it condemned? If they deemed it condemned, it's done.
If we can fix it up, I would purchase the land.
You know how much that land's gonna be?
3.9 acres.
Commercial. They're gonna.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a fortune.
Anyhow,
But
other than that,
unfortunately, we're losing.
Brian John?
properties like this
yes.
anymore.
Can you
Brian
turn
John,
that off for a minute?
Yeah.
Just hold on, Haley.
Where's that?
I got it. I can do it. Yes.
Oh,
Go ahead.
Vicky's saying she thinks you were supposed to be where you're at. We might check in with
Yeah,
Rosie
go ahead.
and Ghoul Gang
Yeah.
too, because they're changing places, and we might check in with Matt. If Matt and
How's Matt doing?
we're gonna check in with them too. So let me just see
No,
if
but
we
how's
can-
he doing? How's his investigation going?
I'm trying to unmute him, but they've got themselves on mute.
Oh,
Matt,
okay.
can you guys unmute? Brian, John, I might put you guys on mute for a second, and then we'll check on Rosie.
Yeah, no worries. Go ahead.
Now we've got Matt.
Can you hear us all right?
Now we're hearing you. How you guys doing?
Good. We're actually at one of our favorite spots. There's actually, I'll from our wonderful camera person to show you. Oh, that's true. Flashlight. I don't know how you can see this, but actually at this location I've never really seen this in a lot of cemeteries, but just kind of a centralized memorial for one of the churches. And there's two angels, obviously one right here and one over here where the other light's at. There she is. They've actually been known to move, believe it or not. They will actually blink, you'll see the wings flap. And then, of course, we had the crucifix up here. Let's see, I don't know how well I can get it. It's kind of hard to see. But we've been dealing with the usual, the usual equipment issues. But all in all, it's kind of a peaceful night, minus the spider webs. But we actually have, and I know if Brian can hear me, here we go.
Brian,
Hear me, he's gonna hate this. For those of you who know, I'm not a huge fan of apps, but I did find one, so we were just ready to do a quick see how this thing works.
Matt, Vicky's getting maybe child laughter, like kids playing, and we do have some angel energy besides those angels that you've got there. So we do have we're getting some angel energy too.
That actually makes a lot of sense. We have caught children here. We were saying earlier with the shadow figure. They are a little bit shorter in nature. A couple of them are. There are some children buried behind me, and they're in the, I guess you could say, the older section. They do like to play hide and seek, and what's really fun about this place is the shadows will pop in and out. They'll let you know that they're here, but it's kind of like try to find them. So it's a lot of fun, and it's one of those, I almost want to say relaxing. It's a relaxing location. To be completely fair, and I think the Wicca Queen will agree with me, they're either here to hang out or they're just not. They just don't want anything to do with us. Tonight, it just seems like they're here to relax and just kind of remember. I did get a small hit on my EMF, which is sitting right next to me. It wasn't anything big. It was only like a 0.3. So we'll see. But this app has.
The light goes again.
Yeah. Actually, here, you want to back up a little bit? Our camera, which was fully charged when we got here, is now on one bar, and the light itself is actually pulsating.
On your camera?
Our
our video camera.
That is our regular video camera that we use for evidence.
Rootless is wondering if you guys have any toys or anything the kids might be able to play with. They're kind of getting some playful kid energy. If you could maybe try to see if you guys could tune into some of that.
Sadly, we don't. Usually, they're pretty mischievous by themselves. They like they love our equipment. As most of the here, they will come around and. Okay, now I don't have. There it goes. So I don't have audio on the spirit box. But we'll give this a shot. What happens? To anybody that's here, I don't know if you remember who I am, but my name is Matt. This is Mackenzie. And this is our friend Felicia. You remember her. We kind of introduced ourselves earlier. But we also have a whole bunch of people on that little device that Felicia has. Can you say hello to everybody? Grace? Are you Grace? I know you guys like to play hide and seek.
No, that was an adult. Wolf.
Wolf? Yeah,
I heard Buddy earlier.
you might see a wolf around here. But don't be rude to all my friends. I have a bunch of friends that are watching us right now. They want to say hi to you.
You were talking earlier, you mentioned something about a favorite. Who's your favorite?
Yeah, well, you guys were hanging out with Ghoul Gang. We were testing it out a little bit. And it kept saying favorite, but it won't tell us who the favorite is. Okay. So while the app is doing its ads,
Because it's free.
because it's free, is anybody around us that it's not going to use the? Let's not use that right now. Don't worry about that. But can you do something while we're here? There's a couple of flags. Can you? Let's see. We normally hear you laughing.
Keyring? Vicky says she's getting something about a keyring. And they said they heard someone say, I see you. Do you guys have keys maybe that the kids could play with? Maybe like a set of keys that might.
I have my car keys.
Yeah, car keys. So car keys. You want the car keys? Yeah, they're welcome too. I don't care. Don't take the car home.
No driving, y'all.
Yeah, no, please don't.
Don't drive haunted. Don't drive haunted.
I have work at 6 a.m. Let's not take my car.
Yeah, that'll be a long walk. So I put the key here. If you can pan over.
You gotta pay attention, dear.
So I have the key ring hanging up.
I know that's difficult with like ADHD brain, but you gotta try. Gotta try focus.
Oh, you want to do this? We have 2 lanyards hanging up here. Can you move one of them? Now keep in mind, folks, if before keep in mind too, this is kind of unusual. Usually there is a decent wind that blows through here. Tonight it is still. I don't understand. Like we're actually in a valley of mountain range in the Appalachian Mountains. Usually have almost constant wind, but not tonight.
It's moving. Swinging.
Is that you playing with that? I don't know. Haley, can you guys see that?
Not quite. Can you get some more light on it or get closer?
It's just like an ever so subtle swaying.
That's you doing that. Friends love seeing that. It's shaking ever so slightly.
Mm-hmm.
Keep doing it. Can you pick that up? Should be light enough for you. And again, folks, I'm just to say there is absolutely no wind here tonight, which is unusual.
It was unusually still this morning where I was at. So that's kind of interesting, Matt. That's a interesting little synchronicity.
That's awesome.
We might go check on Rosie and the Ghoul Gang and Emma over because they're doing some Gansfield sessions, Matt. So we're just going to pop over and check on them. But nudge us if you guys get some activity. We'll check on you in a bit.
Will do.
Appreciate you guys. We'll jump in and we'll get
trying to do a thing.
Hiya. We've moved up
Rose?
to the police area, what's been set up with the police investigation room.
Did
Like,
or
and quite interestingly, the first name that come up was Johnson, which we had downstairs in the living room. We're all starting to feel a little bit sicky and stomach pain. And
Fuck
then
off.
excuse me, she's on the Gansfield, apologies.
Dave wants you to fuck off.
I'm sorry, man, I'm staying. Like, we'll
There's a
take the
cat just walked in.
I'll take the cat. I can't be talked to like that.
Get that fucking furry thing out of here.
So you don't have to
apologise. And when
the history.
more to the history.
Can I have a name?
When you were talking to Matt and Mackenzie, Rosie was on the Gansfield. She said about kids running around and the spirit talker threw up, it said children, and it sort of all tied in at the same time.
When we felt sick as well,
Speak
then the Gansfield came up saying we're sick.
It did, yes, and when we all were feeling sick, the Gansfield, well, Rosie said sick.
Why don't you like that?
Abby.
Very smart.
Okay. Your name is Abby? Are you buried here, Abby?
I'll agree. I'm quite.
You are a teacher and he's a child.
But
Am I
Rosie,
speaking to the child?
Dave seems to be having a conversation with somebody that doesn't like him. So Rosie's listening.
Describe.
Well, I am describing.
Why? Because we'd like to know if you're here.
You said.
I'll describe it for you,
I
babe.
said what?
That's a child, clearly. Nice.
Then describe it for us. Who you call him babe?
You said what? What does that mean?
I only got some of that stuff, didn't I?
Yeah.
That one's sexy.
Oh, what?
Who's sexy?
So we have a female. Her name is Abby. She's
Not that
around me. How old are you?
Just heard Abby.
Okay. How old are you? Okay, so right now, folks, we're doing an Estes method, and we are getting some right-on responses. We've established there's one spirit around me. It is a female. Her name is can you put Rosie and those guys on mute?
I was going to say, Brian John, let's try to see if we can get some cross communication again and see
Yeah,
if
can you put
Abby
them
or
on mute
Ghoul
because
Gang.
I'm just trying to. Yeah, okay. So
Get
basically,
closer to him a little bit.
basically, what's going on right now is there's one spirit around me. It's a female. Her name is Abby, and Abby has been said twice. So the questions that I've been asking, we've been getting responses, like responses from the questions I'm asking. So Abby, how old are you?
55.
You died.
Hey.
You died when you were 55. That box that John is holding right now, you can speak into it, and that allows us to hear your voice. Oh, and by the way, we also caught the name Gibson as well. So is it Abby Gibson was your name? You're 55 years old. Can you tell us how you died?
R.
R? Can you tell me how you died, please? Do you remember?
Brian John, we've got Rosie on the Gansfield too. We might want to try to see if you can get any interaction between
Yeah,
the
no
Ghoul
worries.
Gang and you. So we're gonna switch. I'm gonna see what they're doing here. Hold on.
Yeah, I'm gonna switch with John, and I'm gonna sit down and do the headphones. Okay.
There's two.
Yeah, I'm gonna sit down and do the headphones. Ron, I'm gonna switch.
So Rose,
with you.
Rose has been talking. She's got a male spirit who doesn't like Dave. But as the questions are coming through, so one's like through the speaker here, she's kind of answering those questions as well. So
See, this is what I'm trying to see is if there's cross interaction between what Rosie is getting and what Brian John might be getting, and we've got Carol here too.
So does the name Ashley mean anything to you guys?
Hi, Carol.
Because it's certainly not relevant to anything that we know over here.
Thank you, just went. Dave. This one.
What would you like?
We've got Carol here. Carol, could you maybe pull it?
Just 2 men. So Ashby needed to do a prenup. And he didn't do the prenup.
No, we've got what's coming through here is absolutely
Not
zero relevance to this location or time frame.
It's been Mr. Ashby. He didn't do his prenup and he wants to say sorry. Albert.
Can I just say as well, I think a couple of weeks ago, you had Carol on drawing some tarot cards, and you were talking about where we were coming, the Jack the Ripper Museum, and I believe she told us that we had to stay left. And literally on the phone a few minutes ago on the Spirit Talk, it said keep left.
But not only that, on the staircases,
There's arrows.
there are arrows all the way up from 5 floors that do say keep left. So that's certainly relevant.
Side of the spine.
Kenny's getting a male beside Rosie.
Okay, so maybe that could be Mr. Ashby.
My next sign. Yeah.
Carol's gonna pull a card for Rosie too, just to see if we can get any, or maybe even for the spirits who are with Rosie.
Carol's just pulling a card for you, Rosie.
Yeah.
Okay. No. With Rosie, it looks like she may have had problems in a relationship, is what I'm gathering there. I'm not for sure if there's communication with a relationship or of some sort.
Now, I think
she's talking to.
Like there's a trail there for sure.
Yeah, you will.
Yeah, you will what?
now I think you guys were getting some kind of relationship. Rosie was saying something about that. Maybe some kind of a
prenup.
Mr. Ashley needed to sign a prenup that he didn't do, and he was really sorry about it. Absolutely zero relevant here.
Yeah, I've told him to do one.
When she's talking, is actually.
It has nothing to do with you.
Hey. Are you on that day?
We're going to talking right now. Rose's mum is in the room. Is it Rosie normally?
It's Londoner.
She's taking on. She's literally taking on the personality of this
Book.
the spirit.
Fucking hell.
It is.
It's not Rosie's normal voice.
We are in the East End of London, and that's how they
Go
talk.
underneath that tunnel, mate. You had it. I love you. You lot need to speak. You ain't answering me any questions, are you?
If you need to speak to be honest, what do you want to ask him?
Are you fucking taking the piss?
No. Look, I do apologise for the language.
Sorry.
well, I was gonna say if it's what she's hearing.
What year is it? We know what year we are. What about yourself?
This one over here, he thinks it's fucking all it, isn't it? It does. He has an alarm. Yeah. Married to them. Oh, shit. No.
So can any guys any spirits in one of your friends?
It says we're gathering. Okay. You give me that cigarette and I'll have it. It sounds very Amy Winehouse-ish. Yeah.
So there's some Carol's getting that there was a betrayal in a relationship. Is there maybe, the prenup or the betrayal element
Could
there?
be.
That would make sense.
You're able to tell us why Mr. Ashby regrets not having the prenup? What happened? Beautiful. You are beautiful. 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 I don't know why I would know that question.
We're not talking about Mr. Ashton anymore. Remember there were two men.
But someone's saying you're beautiful. Who are they saying they're beautiful to? Or they talking saying
They want you again.
Who's good?
She did that thing again.
what thing?
She did that outside the merchant house. It was like she had
Oh yeah.
it.
Who's beautiful? They?
They ain't gonna help you.
It can be beautiful.
Split.
But what? What the split mean?
No, but
Split means get away, get out.
Yeah.
Carol's getting maybe a son.
Okay.
Done for him. One of the other women that we have.
What's happening? Are you not going to ask me or not?
okay,
You want to know the question?
is it you?
Not that.
You know what I'm going to ask then?
Well, we don't know what the question is.
What's your name?
You want to question?
Yeah.
I'll give it upstairs.
And then what's your name?
I'm clean, all right? But what's your name?
Are you female? No.
I'll give you 3 names.
Your name?
Are you Amy?
Oh, they do for them.
That one out there said he's just sorry for whatever he said for over there.
Okay.
Because we can't know what's going on over there, but I've been. They asked the question, they wanted to know. But I said I'm giving you 3. Thomas, Jack. That first one, you already know. What took me grab that woman shut up screaming? What letter does the third name begin with? Ring. That's all they fucking do. Ring. You getting a load of this? If you whistle at him, he'll whistle back. If someone's meowing, can you take him a minute?
We'd just like to talk to you. We've got Glenda saying she's feeling someone was stabbed near the heart.
Relevant.
Very relevant, yeah.
Is that maybe?
Who's in the third with that woman? What year was it for you?
Okay.
What year was it?
Oh, yeah.
It has Queen Victoria on it. Okay.
It's like, yeah. Oh,
Hungry.
it does seem like you did it.
You were on fun.
Stop.
They really don't like you. I don't know.
Is it again your shoe though?
You have a country.
I think it's a woman.
Yeah.
I'm mixed because it's just money about it.
Yeah, but then she's unclean. Are you a prostitute?
Yeah, but she said the other one's safe. No, I'm safe. The other one's not.
Emma, Vicky was getting a Zach or a Zachariah.
What do you mean?
Okay. Is there a Zach around here? Is there a Zach here? Refreshments.
I'm doing that rubbish.
They,
Oh, I have a better today.
Oh, it's still on there.
Bodie.
what she wants. We're going to bring her out of it now because it's been.
All right,
Go.
we're gonna go check in and we'll see how Brian, John, and Matt are doing. So we'll check
Okay.
in on you guys in a second.
Okay. Okay.
Well, evening.
So I'm gonna check in on Brian, John. Brian,
Okay.
John.
So right now what we're doing, did you guys see any of the Estes method that I did?
We were over. We had Rosie on the Gans field over here, and we've
Okay.
got Carol here too. That she's ready to pull some tarot for you.
Okay, so right now what we're doing is we're going to go down to the bridge now, and
Okay.
because I know we only have 45 minutes left, so I want to get down to the bridge. So I'm going to tell you the story of this bridge. I think most people know. Can I get that light?
Yeah. You want it?
Yeah.
Here, take the battery in your
Just
pocket.
yeah. So this bridge is called Bailey's Bridge, and basically the story of this bridge is, and Carol will know, because I think we talked about it on the show. So back many years ago, there was a girl. She was 15, approximately 15 years old. It was her birthday, and she was taken because she left the group, and she was taken. And unfortunately, they found her body under this bridge, and she was killed. And obviously, unfortunately, very sad story. She was sexually assaulted, and the guy that did it actually wrote "Happy Birthday" on the side of the bridge because it was her birthday. So obviously, the guy wasn't a very nice gentleman, obviously.
No.
Brian,
Yeah.
John, have you asked while you've investigated there before whether the person was someone she knew then?
Yeah, and you know what? I've always wondered that because she was 15 years old, and why would she go with this person? And I've always wondered that. But I will say this: there's a certain period of time of the night. I don't know. Nobody really knows the time. But if you sing "Happy Birthday," yeah, I see it. If you sing "Happy Birthday," you'll hear a woman scream. You sing "Happy Birthday." So, yeah. So we're going to the bridge now, and when we get down the bridge, I'm going to pull out the microphone, and so you guys can hear the SB7 better. Okay, so you can move me over. You can put somebody else on screen.
We'll go check in again and see how Matt's doing. If we can get Matt. I don't. Oh, that was Rosie. There we go.
Yep, hold on.
Matt, can you hear us?
Yes, I can. Can you guys hear me all right? Oh, hello.
Yes. Are you driving? What happened? Did you get booted out by the spirits here?
Not the spirits, the state troopers. There is apparently a group of idiots, and I'm going to use that term as nicely as possible, riding around on four-wheelers destroying property. So they are getting everybody out. We are going to try to get to another location that is hit or miss with reception. So I'm doing my best on this one.
Okay, not a problem. Hit us up in the private chat. We'll go back and check on the Ghoul Gang over at the Ripper Museum because Brian's on the move too.
Sounds good. I'm gonna hang out here. Haley, feel free to just keep me on the side, and if I lose you, I'll try to come back. But Fingers crossed, folks.
Okay. Thanks, Matt. We appreciate you. No problem, man.
Much love.
Much love, Matt. We appreciate you. All right, we're going to shift back over then here.
To me.
She's smoking.
Don't let your arm. The dog to me.
Okay, we got a little problem here at the moment.
You okay?
No,
You okay?
Rosie hasn't come out of it yet.
Look at me. This is my voice. You're absolutely fine. You don't need this. You don't want it. It's my name. It's probably in the summer. What's your arm? Two shoulders down your arm.
Yeah.
You give it something. You don't need to Little dog.
It's coming back.
Little dog. You don't need it.
Coming back. He raised it. Yeah.
You don't need it. You don't want it. You said them. Well, you know that. You do something.
I'm angry.
Something. Very relevant.
Yeah.
And do it to me. You don't want it. You don't need it. Let it go. Let it go. No, let it go.
No problem.
Keep growing up.
Yeah.
Come on. Now. Come on.
Right, we're just going to take Rosie out. No, we'll stay there. We'll carry on. Okay, right. Okay. Stand. So it looks like Rosie's sort of got taken over a bit. It's kind of a bit of a problem bringing her back out at the moment. It's almost like she was going to square up to Jamie. Yeah, like smearing. Yeah, so they've taken her out.
Okay. Well, we're sending some good vibes to Rosie. Everybody in the chat, if you can send some nice
Yeah. Before
vibes, protective vibes to Rosie. How you guys all doing there? You said you were having some sort of energy, vibration, sickness issues there. And
we've all been feeling sicky and sort of getting pain here. But then that's quite relevant to where we are, being Jack the Ripper.
Yeah.
Because that's exactly where he would go down. Yeah, we've had a lot of, and we had another session like this with Rosie a bit earlier on, which went a lot better than this one. It's been coming out.
Yeah.
It's all right. She's coming out of it now, which is good. But we had a lot of relevant things coming out on the Spirit Talker. Things that we had upstairs. So like I say again, the name Johnson came up. Also, when Jamie was trying to bring Rosie back out, when she was trying to square up to him, this did actually say, and I'm angry. And at the moment, it's just popped up and said Lucifer. So,
Well, I think it's amazing though.
yeah, and just before Jamie sort of tried bringing her back out, she took everything off and she was rapidly writing down. And her writing looks completely different to what it normally would.
can you, Glenda's saying to just make a cross on Rosie's forehead, sign of a cross on Rosie's forehead to release it.
Yeah, I do that.
Yeah. So yeah, she's written Queen Victoria. So again, that's quite relevant to the era. We're in the 1800s.
I did hear her say that Queen Victoria is on it. So
Yeah.
maybe there's some kind of an object.
Yeah.
Glenda, I don't know if you can get a...
There's a lot of things.
And a
going on.
Christos. Sorry, Emma, can you also make a symbol of a Christos on Rosie's forehead? Marie's saying. Yeah, a Christos. It's like a target symbol almost, right? Like a cross with a circle on the Christos symbol.
Yeah, they've done it. The Christos symbol. Christos like the target. Yeah, they've already done that.
Is she doing okay?
It's just a bit wobbly at the moment, so.
No, so we'll be fine.
But yeah, what she's written on here, I mean, Rosie never writes joined up, and this is like a free-flowing joined up writing. Unfortunately, it does say nothing right here. Thank you. Oh, unfortunately, it does say you are a banker. And it's very nice writing.
Well, for the language we were getting before, we're not entirely surprised. So, but we thank Rosie very much for tuning in like she was. That was really quite impressive.
Yeah, she does. When it hits, and it hits so strong. But she was sounding very sort of Amy Winehouse-ish to us because proper Cockney and the things she was saying.
Oh, really? Okay.
She's seen it so.
Yeah, but she was really angry. And she was like snarling, and her eyebrows were going up as Jamie was trying to talk to her. And yeah, she was really squaring up to Jamie, and he thought she was going to go for it. No, it's not the first time she's done that. She's done it before to Jamie.
Now, you said that earlier tonight she had a bit of a similar episode?
She has, yeah. They were at the. Well, you can probably explain it better, Jamie.
You got to start with that one. Where do I begin? Take you guys. 13-inch drive, Monkey House in your flat. Something up again. Quite an impressive location, and I mean oppressive, not impressive. Just a bog standard family house over here, but yeah, there is some seriously dark energy in there. So very, very similar happened to Rosie when we were there. I took her out of the room. Rosie was still on top of the staircase, like I'm stood 2 steps down. Let's just say I protected the private bits because he was going to hit me. He was either going to hit me or push me right down those stairs. Fortunately, we managed to get back out of it really quickly enough for her not to do that. Not the first time, not the second time. Yeah, it's happened. It's actually quite a common thing for Rosie to go through things like that, but she's always okay.
I was gonna say she's got quite a lot of sensitivity, so she's very tuned in.
Yeah, that's something we're working on. We're working on that. So yeah, lots of practice, lots of
So maybe,
development.
Glenda, if maybe you want to kind of tune in a little bit, and Carol, if you want to maybe can we try to pull a card and see if we can get some information on maybe who Rosie's been interacting with that was so angry? Glenda, if you can maybe tune in, and Vicky and folks in the comments, if you're, and I'll try to help Murray boost some energy signal here. Rosie, good to see you again.
Hi.
How you doing? We're going to try to pull a card with Carol and see if we can maybe just get a little information on who it was you were sort of channeling there that was so angry.
How was Brian and Matt getting on?
Glenda's getting a woman in black.
Okay, that's relevant.
Carol, what are you? Sorry, I'll let Carol pull some cards.
Yeah, I'm just getting her energy because she is pissed, but her energy's just been all over the place. Like she's one of those energies that will try to take over. It's her energy is very high, so it's bouncing in and out. So I'm thinking that's why it took over a little bit. Took over Rosie.
Okay.
Yeah, she's been very upset with a lot of. She's a fighting spirit for sure, because she doesn't take crap. Yeah.
But yeah, we're getting Rootless says in the comments too. Melissa, she says female who is not a fan of men. So is that maybe why she was getting ready to square up with you, Jamie?
Yeah, definitely.
Popping days.
Yeah, it wasn't just me, it was Dave as well. Yeah, there's 2 men here And yeah, ready to go for both of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that makes perfect sense.
Rosie, how you doing?
I'm
Go ahead,
okay.
Carol.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead,
I
Carol.
was just gonna say this spirit also considered herself, or considered like in body like a queen or something. So it was kind of that she was always mad. It was one that would get their way.
Okay, and that's interesting because she wrote down Queen Victoria and mentioned that. So maybe there's a little bit of okay.
Yeah. Rose is looking puzzled as if she doesn't remember that. But yeah.
We've done some writing that is so different to yours. It's joined up like italic, and it says you are a wanker.
So Vicky's suggesting too to maybe.
I'm not swearing.
A lot came out. There was a lot.
Oh, Rosie, don't worry. But Vicky is suggesting maybe smudge yourself before you leave.
Yeah.
That we can do.
Yeah. Thank you, guys.
We're sending you lots of good energy from over here too, from all of us.
Thank you.
Murray and Carol and I and Glenda. Murray's sending some good angel energy to you for protection.
We've had a lot of relevant things come up on the here though as well.
How's Brian and Matt?
Matt got booted out of his location by the state troopers, and they are on the move to potentially another location. But we lost them, so we can go check in on Brian John for a minute if you guys wanna. If you guys are, and
we'll move. We've got another couple of locations we can do in here. So yeah, we'll go for a move.
Get out of there.
Okay. Sounds good. You guys pop over and we'll check on Brian John over here. I think maybe we'll see if he's got Brian John. How you doing?
Can you hear me?
We hear you. Have you got? Ooh, look at you.
I have the microphone on. So.
All right.
Because I want to do an SB7. So this is the bridge, and apparently this right here is where it was written "Happy Birthday" on the wall right here. Unfortunately, she was, like I said earlier, she was sexually assaulted, and unfortunately, she was brutally murdered. So, yeah. So this is apparently where it wrote "Happy Birthday." Now, obviously, if it was in blood, it wouldn't be here anymore because it would have faded, right? So, what are you guys picking up anything there?
Glenda, are you getting? Carol's gonna pull some cards. She's tuning in, and we're gonna ask Glenda if she's got.
What?
If she's getting anything.
I don't know. I'm listening. So,
Carol's gonna pull a card for you here.
Like last year, the last global ghost hunt, I was around the corner at Sewell's Bridge, which is extremely haunted. So it's literally 200 yards from this place. So apparently there's a young girl over at that bridge that took a really, really good liking to my son. So let me know if you guys picking up anything. So
I'm going
to
to
pull
Carol,
out the SB7 and we can ask some questions.
Yeah. So when I'm still getting that the spirit doesn't have any rest there. Like there's just so much. There's no peace there for them. There is a balance there. Her guides and angels, even though she's passed over, they try to comfort, but with the situation at hand, it's kind of, they're trying to shift her into a positive light and give her a balance. Because I think before I had mentioned that the energies it was horrible the way that she passed.
Yeah.
So there's just the spirits, it's not, like I said, there's no peace there for her, but they're trying to find peace for her.
And if I could ask Glenda, what are you picking up?
I'm picking up, she ended up right under.
Just hold on. There's a car going over. Just hold on. Go ahead, Glenda.
Okay, I'm picking up, she ended up right around there before.
Right around this area?
Yeah, right around there.
And you know, it's funny because I picked I feel the same thing every time I come here. That it was somewhere in this area that she was.
She ended up.
Me
let's just say
personally,
that.
I think she was. I don't know why I get this feeling, but she was killed in one place and dragged to another.
Yes, she ended up there.
Okay.
That was her end, but I believe she definitely got.
And it's funny you say
abused
this
and killed
because when I was here the last time in this particular area right here, you know what? I'm going to do the SB7 right here.
Okay.
Because in this area, the last time I captured an EVP right in this area right here.
Hmm.
And it was a young girl.
I'm starting to feel the tingling in the back of my neck. So
John?
that's around there.
John, I need the
guy,
SB7.
Yeah, the guy that killed her, he seems like he was just so happy with how he did it. I know that's sad to say, but it's like a victorious accomplishment for him.
He was happy that he did it?
Yep,
Yeah,
sure was.
Now, are you guys picking up anything that he possibly knew this girl and this girl knew him? Because I just find it hard to believe that she went with some stranger.
Yeah.
Yes, no, she knew him.
She did.
I think it was actually she rejected him, so he
Okay.
paid her back.
We're going to do SB7 right here because there's a couple of people in the room right now. One's a tarot card reader, one's a medium, and they're actually saying that she was found here in this place right here.
Vicky's getting the same energy too.
Just put it on the ground.
Oh, I have the SB7. No, you do.
No, you do. It's in the back.
You gotta have it.
Yeah, so that's why I'm wearing the microphone so we can you could just pull it out. Yeah, and it should be with the speaker should be in there too.
Yeah, so we're gonna disconnect the headphone.
Oh, and I was going to give you the FLIR. We're going to pull out the FLIR as well.
I need your phone. I got the FLIR on me.
We're going to pull out the FLIR as well to see if we can capture anything. Because do you think it's possible? Do you think it's possible? Sorry for the cards, guys. Do you think it's possible that if we use the FLIR, like there could be some possible like energy lying around of her?
Yes.
Laying on the ground?
Yeah, the energy is there.
Is it the energy strong?
She wants to talk to you. You can feel that.
Yeah.
They want to communicate to you now.
Oh, they do?
Very
Okay.
strong.
Got it?
Melissa's getting that she
Don't worry
is
about
also
untangling. Oh, okay. I see. Yeah, okay.
There
So
we
we're
go.
just going to do a quick
Okay, so let me get this plugged
SB7
in.
here. And sorry, when I plug in the microphone, guys, the volume goes really low on the phone,
And then this one?
unfortunately. Yeah. Is that on?
No, I haven't turned that on.
Okay, just don't worry about it. I'll do that.
Okay.
Yeah. I just need you to put it on the ground.
Yeah.
Here, I'll do it. Okay, thank you. Hello. I want to introduce myself. That was just below. Hello again. I want to introduce myself. My name is Brian John. This is John, and this is Mike. We're just here to talk to you, communicate with you. We're going to completely respect you. If you don't want to talk, we understand. But we would like to find out if the story is true about somebody being murdered here, a 15-year-old girl. Okay? Because we all understand stories fly around all the time. But we're actually have people in the room here that's saying it did happen. So if it did happen, can you come forward and speak to us, please? That was just yes. That was, did you hear that? I did. Can you at least tell me your name? That was no. Are you guys hearing the SB7?
It's a bit hard for us to hear. If you can get closer to it, Brian
Okay.
John, that might help.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Here, let me do this, guys. I'm gonna do this.
There you go.
Would you like to speak to us? The young girl that was killed. Is it true that a young girl was killed here? Was she 15 years old? Was it her birthday? Just go here. First. Are the stories true about a girl that was 15 that was killed here?
Brian John, Vicky is getting that the man would have said he was younger than he really was.
Say again, sorry.
Vicky is getting that the killer might have been saying he was younger than what he really was.
Okay.
Glenda, are you getting any sense of like if his energy is around too or no?
Yes, his energy
Is the male that murdered that girl, is his energy around here? Is he around? Again, I'm going to ask, what is the girl's name that apparently that was killed here? What was her name? There you go.
How do I get this on? Like, I have it all on.
Yeah.
Is there a button we got to press on anything?
No, it's already on.
Yeah.
It's already on.
So when does that fit? Oh, you go.
There you go. There you go.
It keeps going back to that.
Unplug it and plug it back in. Yeah.
Keep doing it until it goes?
Yeah. The girl here that was murdered, does she want to come forward and talk to us?
Brian John.
Yeah.
Vicky is getting that she may not have been the only victim, that this person might have killed others and visits the sites. Glenda is feeling that he was there today. Are you feeling that he is like still among the living?
Wow, that's
Because what was this time period?
Okay, just give me a minute. Here, hold this. I'll get it going.
I'm gonna hold this.
Yeah, hold that. Yeah, I'll get this going. Might be in.
Carol, would you be able to pull a card and see if you get any energy from the male energy? If
You want to flip
Glenda
it around
is feeling
so that
he
way you
was
can see the screen while it's
I don't know why it's not working.
Flip it over. There we go. That way.
The mother had something to do with his death after this whole ordeal.
Not logged in. I don't need to log in, stupid.
that the mother had something to do with his
Tell me
death?
they're trying to say something.
Yeah, I think the
Go
mother
ahead.
had something to do with.
Yeah, move over to Rosie if you can.
Okay,
And then,
we'll check
we
on
want to
you
set
again.
something up here.
Go ahead. We'll check in on the Ghoul Gang over here then first, folks. Hi there, folks. Ghoul Gang. How we doing, Rosie?
Yeah, okay. Just a bit. Just tense, very sticky feeling.
Well, we're also telling Rosie what was happening, and you can't remember any of it.
Sorry, is Emma?
Like that 2-3 minutes where we was and gone from a memory.
I'm gonna have to watch all this back to see what happened.
That's really interesting. Emma, can you maybe, like, I was going to say, I don't know if you can move a little closer to folks, or if you guys...
Yeah. What?
We can hear you, but it's just maybe, yeah, it's a little harder to hear you. So what room are you in now?
So the room now, it's a recreation of the first police officer who found the first victim, basically. Yeah, so should be able to see it.
This work?
Yeah, that's that needs some more.
There's a recreation.
So yeah, so we got the body down here, police officer up there, literally just on the first one that was found, only that number. We've been in this room. Yeah, we did spend quite a bit of time in there. We were getting some good responses on the A2. Obviously answering yes no questions.
Yeah. There's someone stood in the doorway.
I've literally, okay, yes, I've got the bright light in front of me, but the door's over this way, and I have literally just seen a head and a hand pop through, and it was almost like, come on.
Yeah, like
us to leave.
Yeah.
But,
it's what they did to that person. Yeah.
Yeah. But it
Jamie,
it was literally a head and a hand. It's pitch black back there.
Strange.
Whoever's stood in the doorway now, come into this room for us. Close to my voice. As we've been saying all night, we mean no harm, no disrespect. We're just here to communicate with you. We just want to know who you are and why you're here. Can you come closer, please?
Carol, could you maybe pull a card and see if maybe the police officer's energy might be there? I don't know if you guys have asked if maybe the police officer who had found that first victim, maybe some of that energy is there.
I haven't asked that question because we asked the question of the police officer upstairs where all his equipment is. But yeah, if it could. Yeah,
Glenn, Glenda and Vicky just want to warn about that angry woman, just like, you know, a little extra protective vibes to Rosie that she's maybe trying to attach a little bit.
Yeah. She's literally, we first met her in this room actually a few hours ago. She was conjured. I was conjured. She was just created by a magic spell.
Carol, can I ask what you're getting? Go ahead.
Yeah. So with the police officer, even though he found the first body, it seems to me there still wasn't the justice that was served there. In finding this is what I'm gathering. And honestly, I want to say the police officer would probably go back to try to find more answers, because I see somebody was always there at night investigating or trying to get more information on what was going on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
it makes perfect sense. Because obviously, Jack the Ripper, we still, to this day, 140 years later, we still don't know who he actually was. Certainly not in the public eye. We don't know. But yeah, there was certainly a big effort of all of the police, both London, City of London Police and the Metropolitan Police, to actually try and find him. But yeah, with a killer like that, with the fact that the Queen was asking for daily updates as well, the fact that they never actually charged anybody for the murders, I can imagine it would have been quite a source of regret, humiliation, yeah, all those sorts of things, failure on behalf of both police forces. So, yeah, I can imagine. I don't know the police officer's name. I can't remember that.
I know Watkins was the one that found the first suspect.
Yeah, that wasn't here. The police officers here with us now, past or present. Come and join us. We mean you no harm, no disrespect, but we actually admire what you tried to do. You found this woman in a horrible, horrible condition, already dead, nothing you could do, but horribly, horribly mutilated by someone. We know you tried your hardest to find that someone, but we also know that you never found him. How does that make you feel?
But you know what's actually interesting, Carol?
We have family.
Carol said about the policeman going back.
Yeah.
When we were at Mitre Square today, you said that Jack the Ripper came back the next morning to look.
Yeah.
So when we went to Mitre Square, I think that round was slightly.
Yeah, go ahead.
When we went to Mitre Square today, which is where the Catherine Meadow, was found. We were sat, it's like a nice little park area now with some roads, flower beds. Yeah, and I was watching the buildings change. They were, and it was just an alleyway that she was found down. And then me and Jamie was sat down, but I was stood up and he was sat down, but we both fixated on this man that was leaning up against the wall, and we automatically knew what I was saying. That's him. He came back the next morning to kind of look at what he's done and gloat and trying to psych Jamie out and kept smirking at us. So we were just kind of smirking back at him like we're the powerful ones, we're the living.
I asked him, "Are you him?" He didn't say anything. All he done was he looked at me and he just grinned.
Yeah.
That's a great big grin on his face. It was obvious, yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
I done this. But he never actually said it.
No.
But
You don't know his name.
no. All I could see was the grin. Obviously we've got suspects' faces within the building, but I couldn't see. It was the grin that he was showing me, so I couldn't actually see the rest of the face to match it to one of the suspects.
Right.
So saying about the policeman going back there, like Mum picked up with what Carol said.
Yeah.
He went back to gloat of what he was doing in the what was going on and how people were reacting, and basically just like, yeah, that was me. Don't turn this off. I did that.
Proud of it.
Proud of it. Yeah.
Did it just say don't turn this off?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It said hear us whisper first, and then it yeah.
So Carol, so Vicky is saying she was getting a sense from like the officer that he thinks he missed something and needed to search for something more, and was wondering if any of the males there felt like they were being touched at all tonight.
Yeah. Throughout the evening, both of them. He's had his hand held. I've had back of my head touched. Yeah.
And Carol, you were getting something about them waiting in the mist for the air to clear?
Yeah, they waited in the mist for the air to clear is what I was getting. Like, let the dust settle from what had happened, and then they would come back just to, like they were saying.
Yeah, that makes sense. We found early hours of the morning. It's well known that time there was fog issues within London. So yeah, it would have been quite a foggy morning And yeah, they would have waited for it to clear before they were able to examine everything. Did they miss stuff? More than likely, it was a different era. DNA forensics wasn't really around like it is today. Hence the fact there's only one actual existing crime scene photograph.
I think that there wasn't as many murderers or murder victims like there are today. I think it was around, but they weren't found. Especially into London, you've got the highwaymen, and so you've got Epping Forest. So they used to, a lot of murderers would then put their bodies out into the middle of nowhere in the forest. So being in central London, you didn't have a lot of signals like this. Wrong area. Docklands in the Thames then. Yeah. You could put your bodies in the Thames, which is literally throw away from here.
Yeah,
well, and that's one of the things we talked about too, the water being an energy channel, or sort of boosting some of those energies. So you're close to that water and that sort of boosting of the signal.
Yeah. 200-300 yards away from the water. We're not much further than that.
Yeah.
And obviously, it was one of the busiest waterways in the world for cargo back in the 1800s. So yeah.
So Rosie.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Kenny is getting a feeling of maybe a teenage to 20-year-old female standing by the cart near you.
Okay. Hello. Is there a lady stood here?
Glenda and Carol.
Hey.
Sorry, Carol, could you pull a card and get maybe Glenda to see if she can tune in? Go ahead, Rosie.
Rosie might benefit from holding a crystal or grass or something to ground her.
I have got down on it today.
Well,
I put it out.
Dark, something to keep you grounded.
Any females in here? Female spirits? Any female? Make yourself known to us. Until you end, you know you're here. Make a noise for us.
Before that came up, so we had a new name for Nancy.
Nancy?
Okay, so on the Word app, we've had a new name called Nancy. So we can ask, so Nancy, are you stood next to this cart? The K2 over there's going.
Yeah, we've got K2 behind the camera by the door. That's quite active, but we're all literally seeing shadows
behind
the camera in the doorway.
Hey, I don't mean to interrupt you guys. Sorry. And listen, y'all, we are coming up on 2 hours, so now might be a good time, but we are getting some Glenda and Murray both are asking for to take Rosie out and get her in some grass, touch some grass with your feet and get some water and ground. Because we're trying to send you some real good protective energies, but they are saying that you got a little bit of some sensitivity and you might be a little bit just vulnerable right now. Yeah. So we're gonna take this as a good time for you guys to take a pause and just make sure you're all getting yourselves grounded. Take good care of Rosie there. We're sending some good protective vibes.
We will.
Listen, y'all, this has been and going to the Tower of London, and we will send some big protective vibes to all of you. Rosie, so brave of you to get in there and channel, because those are some nasty energies. And let me tell you what, it's a good thing you've got all that big cherub energy that you have. I tell you what, because it's probably what keeps you grounded.
Yeah, it is very draining. It's tiring, so I'm going to have a good sleep tonight.
Yes. First, we'll send you some good vibes. Well, we want to thank you guys so much, and I want to just say thank you to everyone who's been in the comments and joining us. Glenda, Murray, Carol, thank you all so much for joining us to hold the energy space and try to keep everyone safe and help Thank you, everyone of the Ghoul Gang. We did lose Brian, John,
Thank you
and
so
Matt
much.
both, but this has been great, and we thank you all for joining us for the Global Ghost Hunt event. Y'all keep on watching all week. We've got more investigations, and we want to thank all our Parapost fam. Rosie, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. I also love your shirt. So on brand. I tell you what, Rosie, me and you were meant to be best friends, and I can't wait to come do an investigation with y'all over there sometime in the UK. Let me tell you.
Welcome anytime.
I love it. Such big love to you. Thank you, everyone, so much again in the comments for joining, and big love to everybody. You guys take care.
Yes, you too. Thank you, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, fam.